to tell you is we don't care what the message is because we don't see the message. We just see the indications. I think if there really were visitors to Earth, if we were really being visited, first off, I would say this. Why are they here now? Because nobody knows we're here. When did we start broadcasting the presence of Homo sapiens in space? That was after the war, during the 30s, if you like, when we finally could build transmitters that could reach into space, high frequency, high power transmitters. So if they're more than 50 or 60 light years away, they don't know Homo sapiens exists. There's no way they can find out that Homo sapiens exists. They can't see you. They couldn't see the Romans. They couldn't see the Greeks. The only way they would know we're here is if they're within 50 or 60 light years. And even if they can travel at the speed of light, which is pretty tough, then they can't be more than 30 light years away to have seen any evidence of us and come here now. Right? Well, within 30 light years, they're only on the order of hundreds of stars. The chances that any of those have aliens is very, very small.
If 400,000 people are involved, they cannot keep a secret. I think it was Ben Franklin who said, 3 people can keep a secret if 2 of them are dead. I can point out that there have been governmental conspiracies, right? Watergate, Iran-Contra, maybe 1 or 2 in the current administration. How many people knew about what Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky were doing in the Oval Office? Monica and Bill, one assumes. Linda Tripp, because she spilled the beans. And probably Hillary Clinton. She may have known. Let's benefit of a doubt. We'll say Hillary knew. 4 people. 4 people knew. It took less than a year for that to come out, right? 400,000 people involved with Apollo, and nobody spoke up. Well, the conspiracy theorists then say, in fact, Joe Rogan uses this argument, in fact, he says, there was just an inner cabal, a dozen people sworn to secrecy, and they faked the whole thing, and everybody else thought it was real, okay? So they really honestly thought that what they were doing was building a rocket to the moon. And I said, but it doesn't work that way. These are engineers. These aren't stupid people, right? They were building rockets that were capable of going to the moon. But I'm telling you, if that is evidence of scaffolding, then I'm telling you right now, I think the Pentagon was involved with That's actually the shape of the internal aperture.
We discovered the comet on March 23rd, 1993, exactly 4 years before Wendy and I were married, to the day, and the impact started on July 16th, 1994, so about 16 months.
So if that were to have been something like more aimed towards the Earth, we wouldn't have a lot of time.
No, we wouldn't have had a lot of time. 16 months was really quite generous, if you think about it. If it were to have hit the Earth, it would have made a direct hit. We probably wouldn't have had more than a few days' warning for damage that would have been incalculable. The sky turns into this darkened kitchen window. And instead of an older man, it's a young boy looking out the window.
Oh, that's the one where they grew that stuff in there with the people living in there and did all that? Yeah. Yeah, it didn't work. Well, it's not as easy to terraform and to grow stuff in a closed environment as people think it is. So you got to have incredible environmental control systems, and you got to have fans that work all the time. You got to have the damn cooling system working all the time, and everything has got to work. And if something breaks, you got to fix it. And you can imagine a non-plumber trying to fix the plumbing. It's tough. Anyway. Well, because the moon is, you see all those holes in the backside of it? The front side has got the holes in it too.
So, first flyby, February 1990. This was a good chance to test the science instruments pointing at Jupiter, or pointing, excuse me, at Venus. Venus, you'll recall, very, very thick atmosphere. You can't see through it when you're in space or from Earth. Thick carbon dioxide, sulfuric acid atmosphere, 90 bars. Very inhospitable place, but we were able to use the infrared filters on SSI to actually penetrate and do some images of the Venusian cloud deck. During the first Earth-Moon flyby, we have an Earth-Moon family portrait that was taken here. One of the first times that was accomplished, I believe. So here it is, Galley discovered, Daffodil Borealis asteroid Ida.
So it's a very dangerous time, and the decisions being made now are going to be with us for many, many decades, not hundreds and thousands of years to come. So again, I wanted to ask those deeper questions. I wanted to explore, what is it? Is it a penchant, within mankind that seems to have, I mean, how many civilizations have risen to pinnacles of achievement and then self-destructed? Why is it that every civilization reaches a point and then it destroys itself and somehow never moves beyond that point? We forgot who we are and somehow fell into this great abyss where we fell into poverty, war, destruction, all these things.